Welcome back. Jared Roboski here with CMG Home Loans. Today we're going to cover part 2 of this real estate investing series. This part is called The Hunt. So we're going to jump right in, and this is going to cover hunting for that next investment property and how to do that. We're going to go through how I do that and how I'm going to identify the next property I want to buy. So in today's discussion, we got to outline the topics here. We're going to identify the market area, identify the property needs, financial readiness. We're going to find the property. Then we're going to calculate cash flow, and then a little bit about how I can help as a mortgage lender. Market area. You got to identify the market area you want to be in. First, what city, then what area of that town. And my favorite quote, begin with the end in mind. Now, here's the best websites for research. I like to start off with a realtor.com or a local listing website for your area. I'm in the Houston, Texas area, so I prefer to use har.com. Another one, a national website, is Zillow. And then we're going to do a little research through Airbnb to see what nightly rents are going for. In this specific video, we're going to identify short-term rental property. So we're going to use Airbnb. VRBO is another website you can use to check pricing and stuff like that. CoreLogic is a website that gathers information from national statistics on real estate trends. You can look at local real estate trends as well. If you have a local website, HAR has some of those options. NAR is National Association of Realtors. They probably have some good data as well. Then you're going to want to find a local furniture store so you can start pricing out some of the furniture you're going to have to buy. And then Amazon.com is also a great tool for research, just so you can calculate costs and pricing. So those are some of my favorite websites to use during my research period. Now, what does your property need? The must-haves. How many bedrooms do you need in the property? What's your maximum occupancy target? How many square feet is it going to be comfortable for that maximum occupancy target, right? Do you need a yard for that property? What kind of events, what kind of clients are you hosting? Guests, what kind of activities are you going to have available on-site and off-site? What's around the house? And then what will you provide? Washer, dryer, TV, cable networks, a pool table, a ping pong table, board games, stuff like that, entertainment activities. You want to think about all the things you want to do and map it out, because it's going to come in handy when it comes to calculating your cost. So this is a really key part. You want to write all this stuff down. I prefer to create a spreadsheet. I use Google Sheets. It's free to use for everybody. All you need is a Gmail account, and you can start to create a spreadsheet. They even have some pre-built ones that are pretty cool, and I'll show you one of those here in a second. Now, you want to stay mortgage ready. If you don't know how to get mortgage ready, or you're unsure, or it's just a great idea to get a mortgage consultation, so give me a call. I'm happy to help you go through this. I'm an investor myself and a mortgage lender, so I can help you get mortgage ready. You're going to create a mortgage strategy that fits your investment goals. Your short-term and long-term goals need to match up, and I'm going to help you create that strategy. You want to get pre-approved for the loan you want so you can comfortably shop for the house, okay? And don't make any financial changes until you close on this investment property. Don't make any large purchases or make any moves. Remember, begin with the end in mind. Stay focused on getting this next property. Always think years ahead to make sure you're ready for your next investment, right? Be ready for this one you want to purchase now, but also think, when do you want to buy your second, third, fourth, or fifth investment properties? And how are you going to get that? Map that out. Make sure you don't spend all your money on one property if your real goal is to buy 2 properties this year, right? Think about it. Prerequisites for a property: it's got to have cash flow, especially in the short-term rental business. I need cash flow. Thorough research is the most important part in any investment, and definitely in real estate investing. You need to do your research, and that's going to also make you more comfortable with making that purchase. A lot of the anxiety behind real estate investing is just a lack of knowledge. So the more research you do, and the more tools you have in your tool belt, the better off you're going to be, and the more confident you're going to be when you go out there and start making offers, knowing what you need these numbers to be to match with your investment goals, right? And then have your defined financial goals. Begin with the end in mind, and always map out your short-term cash flow goals and long-term equity appreciation goals. So find the property, all right? It's time to search now. We went through the basics. Now this is the hunt, okay? So you got to find the right property in the market area you want to buy. You're going to research the historical rent trends in the area you are investing. You want to find out if there is any city planning or investments that could help or hurt the value of your property. Now, if the property you want isn't available yet, you just set up a search with a trusted realtor. If you need to get in touch with one, give me a shout. A team of realtors I work with that are the best in the business. Now, the math, calculating cash flow. This is the most important part. So we're going to take average monthly income, that's your total rent dollars, minus your average monthly cost. That's your mortgage, your HOA, your cleaning, landscaping, utilities, cable and internet, equals monthly cash flow. So cash flow is the profit you're going to make monthly after paying all the expenses for that property. Now, the upfront cost. This is something to think about when you are getting financially ready, to make sure you have enough for your down payment, your closing costs, and then after you close, have these upfront costs to get the house ready before you can list it to be rented. Now, if you're doing a long-term rental, there's not much you need to do. Sometimes you might need to get some appliances, and that's generally about it. In my short-term rentals, I've never bought furniture, decoration, or art, kitchenware, none of this other stuff. Really, only appliances is all I've had to buy. Maybe you might have to paint or do some landscaping. Those are upfront costs. Make sure you calculate those for a long-term rental as well. So here's my contact information. This is how you can get in touch with me if you need anything. My YouTube channel where I'm putting out all these videos. The next video will be on the execution. But now let's get into these websites and let's get into the details. And this is the juicy part of the video where I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay? So first, I'm going to go to HAR.com. HAR is Houston Association of Realtors. This checks out all the houses, not just in Houston, but the surrounding areas. So I have a property in Galveston. It's doing fantastic. The next property I want to buy is going to be in Galveston. Now, something that I've found that I really prefer here is the map search. And the reason why is I don't want to look at an Instagram style presentation of listing photos of houses that are all over the place. That doesn't help me at all. Identify the market area you want to be in. The reason I'm going to Galveston is it's a vacation destination. There is a ton of traffic coming to that city from all over Texas year round. And then throughout the summertime, it's really a global destination. We have customers from all over the world coming there. Mostly from Texas, though. It's a huge destination, big beach town in Texas. So I go to this map search. Right? This way, I don't have to look at all this. If you go to the regular search, it's just going to show you pictures of houses. I don't care about pictures of houses yet. You shouldn't either. The most important thing is to zone in on where you're looking. Okay? So, me personally, we have a beach house down here on the beach side, somewhere around here. This next one I'm going to buy, I want in the city. Okay? I really like the downtown area over here by the Strand. right? So here's the Strand. So I want to be close to that area, in this area here. Really ideal would be somewhere on these few blocks. That would be but that's really honing in, right? So I'm narrowing that search down to a really tight area. Why is that? The Strand is packed with shopping, entertainment, bars, restaurants, live music venues, and stuff like that down there. There's a lot of activity. Also, right here, where all this water is, this is where all the boats come, all the cruise ships dock. Okay, so all the people that are getting on cruise ships generally want to stay at somewhere around here. A lot of times they stay at hotels or something like that, but that alone will bring a lot of people here. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Whoa, it just took me somewhere. Oh, it took me to where I'm at, to my house. Okay. Not sure what that just did. Let's go back over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some filters real quick, right? So you can put the filters from that home screen, but I like to do it from the map and watch these properties disappear. Now, for me, on this next property, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm looking for, all right? What I've noticed, a trend that I've noticed is water sells. Everybody likes water. Even if they don't want to swim at the beach, they like to go to the beach because it's peaceful to look at that ocean. It's absolutely beautiful. So we have an ocean property. So the next one I get, right, this is going to be near an ocean, but it's closer to the downtown area. But I still want water. I'm going to click on a private pool. Okay? I want a pool at this house. I want it to be a single family house. I don't want any of this stuff to show up. And then I can put my price range minimum here. I already know the minimum is going to be around 500. And then we'll go maximum. I'd really like to stay under $1 million. Bedrooms, I need a minimum of 3 beds. I'd really like to have 4 beds and 3 baths, but I don't want to narrow my search too much. Actually, I need 3 baths. Okay, so then I'm going to click search. And look how few properties showed up now. Let's zoom in on this. Look at that. So what does this tell me? This tells me there's not much available. There's one house available in this whole area that meets my criteria. So I know what I'm looking for is a diamond in the rough. And I already looked at this house. This house is really cool, but it's a split level duplex. And if it wasn't a split level duplex, it would be absolutely perfect for me. I really don't want a duplex, and this is why. Because of this shared backyard, there's a pool there, and it's absolutely beautiful. This house is perfect. If it was connected as one house, it's got 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. I really love this house, and this will be a great investment for somebody, but I don't want to have to tell my renters that, hey, guess what? You're sharing a backyard with the people that are staying downstairs that you don't even know. So to me, that's a deal killer on this property for what I want to use it for. This could be great for somebody else. I've already talked to this agent. She said it is currently on Airbnb, and that's what they're doing with it. So let's cut this down to 2 baths and see if anything else shows up. Couple others. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's raise this max price. We'll clear the max price. Nothing's popping up. We got this little house. Let's look at this little thing. 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. we'll just use this as an example. I'm not going to buy this one. It's not going to fit me, but this house looks cool. Looks like it's already set up. It's got a lot of stuff in it. It's got appliances. Let's see what it comes with. Check out the most vibrant, charming bungalow, just blocks from the Strand, less than a mile from cruise ports and a mile from seawall. Island seating, dining counter, 3 huge bedrooms, full bathroom, backyard is huge, lots of green space. A brand new 8-foot filtered stock tank pool and a gated gravel area to park your golf cart or motorcycles. This home is currently operating as a successful Airbnb and comes fully furnished with kitchen fully stocked. That's absolutely huge. That's going to save probably $40,000 this house. So that's huge. That already makes it a good investment. So let's move on. Let's go with this one. The price is $450,000. We're going to say we're going to buy this house. Okay. It's got 2 bathrooms, basically, 1 full, 1 half, 3 bedroom. It's small at 1,200 square feet, but it's under the budget at $450,000, and it's turnkey. It's already painted. Everything looks beautiful in there. It looks like it's been totally updated. So now let's look at that area, right? So we got our 450K house. I'm going to map that out. Thing here, I'm going to click anywhere, and I'm just going to Galveston. I want to search the map. And then I always click I'm flexible. And what you're looking to stay, I want to move it around. December, March, July, September. Something like that, right? You want to spread it out because the rent's going to change different nights throughout the year. The nightly rate changes throughout the year, right? So then this is going to bring up a map view, which is exactly what I wanted to see. And I'm going to zoom in on this area down here because this is the area we want to buy in. Okay. So we'll kind of scroll through these pictures. This looks like a little house. This one's comparable, I would say. It looks comparable to me. We might be able to get a little more. I bet they don't have a pool, right? So that's the premium on this is, as we saw, there's not many houses with a pool in this area. But it looks like, yeah, this is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath with no pool. Okay, it's going for $147 a night. But don't look at that. You want to look at the calendar, right? So you come down here to the calendar and the pricing is going to change. So they might be having a weekly discount or something. $153 a night when you don't do that. So basically this one's around $150 a night during March. Let's check May. They're up to $186. So we got $150 a night during March. May, we're up to $186. Look, they're already getting all booked out for June and July. So that tells me that their pricing probably is a little too low. If they're already, if July is completely booked out, they may want to rent this house for themselves. Maybe they're going there and they own the house and they want to stay there for a month. But this is quite a lot to get booked out this early. So to me, that tells me that maybe they cut a deal with somebody or the pricing's too low. But either way, they're right around 140 in June. I can't even see. Maybe they only allow 6 months out bookings is what it looks like. So they're not allowing people to book further out. But it goes up to about 180. So 180 to 150 a night. We'll call their average bookings at 175 a night. We have a pool. This one doesn't. So we can round up and say we'll be able to charge about 200 a night and probably get booked. Like here's their December. They're pretty booked up. Out of 31 days, they have 8 days open. So 22 booked out of 31 available. 22 divided by 31 equals. That's a 71% occupancy rate. And this is why this is going to come in handy. For your monthly budget, this is where you start calculating stuff. Okay? So this is just, this was a pre-made sheet built out in Google Sheets. It was just right at the top called monthly budget. This is something you just want to use to calculate, right? So we're going to go equals some open parentheses, and then what did we say? 71% occupancy. So that was like 22 nights times 200 a night. We're at 4,400 income. Okay. Now that's a little tight. Now, I don't know. I'm thinking the summer rates are much higher than this since it's not showing us the summer. I can almost guarantee that the summer nights it's going to be closer to 400 a night. I bet it'll be double this. So I think this is a very, very low estimate, but let's do it anyways. Okay, so we got that 4,400 in income. $4,400 in income. Now we're going to go to my site. This is my website, cmghomeloans.com, my site, Jared Roboski, or you can just go to loanswithjared.com. Click on this resources tab and go to the calculator. And this is where we're going to calculate. I like to do the advanced. If we do a $450,000 house, 20% down payment is going to be $90,000. That's going to leave us with a $360,000 loan. Interest rate around 7% on an investment property right now. Let's go back to this bad boy. I want to see the financials. So I scroll down to this financial part. No HOA, so that's fantastic. Taxes without exemption, only $2,000 a year. That is so incredibly low. So low. So that's absolutely amazing. We're just going to round that up to 2,500 because that's just too low. Yearly homeowners insurance in this area will be a little expensive. We'll put 3,000. No mortgage insurance needed. Nothing else. Calculate. Boom. We're at 2853. Even at a 7% interest rate. 2853. 2853. And then I bet let's say the electricity on that house $200 a month. Your gas is probably going to be like 30 bucks. Your internet is about 50 bucks for the high-speed internet. Cable, if you do Hulu, that's about 60 bucks. You add on Netflix package, stuff like that, you're talking about 80 bucks a month. HOA was 0 on this property. Landscaping, going to need the yard mowed twice a month. I would say it's going to be 40 bucks a cut, like a pretty small property. Maintenance, I would estimate $100 a month for maintenance. Somebody's going to break something, clog a toilet, bust a light, whatever. Cleaning, this is important just to research what your cleaning is going to be. I call cleaning companies in the area. So I already have a cleaning crew in this area. So I can just get her to tell me exactly what cleaning is. And then I'm going to charge that amount in cleaning. I actually charge about $10, $20 over that amount because it does vary. Sometimes if there's a dirtier group or they make more of a mess, the cleaning fees can be slightly higher. So give yourself a little bit of breathing room. The goal is definitely not to profit off of cleaning, but at least to break even. You don't want to go negative on cleaning fees. Bathroom supplies, we're talking like toilet paper, towels, stuff like that that's getting ruined. I'll say 50 bucks a month, and that's a high estimate. So we went very conservative on this end, and we were not conservative on this side, right? We rounded everything up on this side, right? So this is planned high, and this is planned low. And basically what I can see here is I would make about $957 a month. And what I would see is, and this is with low startup costs, right? Just down payment and closing costs. You don't have to buy furniture and stuff. So there are deals out there where you won't have to buy all the furniture and things. But for this one at $957 a month, then I could get into researching historical data on home price appreciation in the area. I know that the home price appreciation average in this area has been over 5% for the last decade from the math that I've done. So this $450,000 house will increase by 5% year over year. So next year that 450 will be worth 472,500. So it'll gain about $22,500 in equity. Plus I can make about $1,000 a month. So when I add that together, you're making about $34,000 a year when you add the cash flow and equity appreciation together on this property. The down payment was $90,000, but that equity stays in the house, right? It's not like you lose that money. So on this investment scenario, you come out of pocket $90,000. Let's just call it $100,000 for closing costs. We're going to add in closing costs. So you come out $100,000 on this investment to make $34,000 back in the first year. That's a 34% gain, cash on cash return. That is absolutely amazing. The S&P 500 in stock market gives an average 9% return over the last 90 years. So with this method, you're going to be able to get an over 30% return. And these are with conservative estimates. I know if I own this house, I'd be able to charge closer to $400 a night on the weekends, get that number closer to about $275 a night on average. So we'll say $275 times 22 nights a month. We'll actually decrease that. We'll say $275 times 20 nights a month. That takes this number to $5,500. Just want to show you what can be done when you start playing around with the numbers. Then you're making $2,000 a month times 24 months. Now that's $24,000 on top of your $22,000 in equity appreciation. you're looking at a $45,000 gain. That's a 45% cash on cash return. That makes this an excellent investment. I like this house. So that's kind of how we go through this and how I identify properties. If you need anything, give me a call. Let's talk. And stay tuned. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get notified when we make the next video. The next video on this series will be called Execution, and we'll show you how to execute. And after that, I will let everybody in when I do buy this next property. I haven't found it yet, but you see what I'm looking for. I have a search open for it, and I'll walk you through exactly step by step the costs, the upfront cost, exactly what my mortgage is, exactly what the nightly rent is, and then I'll post the link to the house once it's all decorated, designed, and it's live and ready to go. And I'll share with you the information on my next purchase and be completely transparent so I can walk you through how to do this yourself. Thank you very much for joining me today. This was a long video, but we had to cover some very detailed information. I hope it helped you with your home search. If you need further help, just give me a call. I love doing this. I'm happy to help you go through this yourself. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.